Welcome back, boys and girls. Over the past few weeks, we've explored the ocean and discovered some very interesting ocean creatures. From the giant squid that lives in the deep oceans to fish that can actually glow in the dark. There are so many amazing creatures in the ocean. Looking at all these animals, you can't help but see God's creativity with each one of them. On the fifth day of creation, when God had already made the heavens and the sky, the earth, the stars, day and night, and the waters of the earth, after all of that work, he was actually just getting started. Let's read what he did next in Genesis 1, verse 20. And God said, "Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the heavens." So God created the great sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the waters in the seas." God saw all that he had made, boys and girls, and what did he say about it? That's right, that it was good. Every unique and creative and interesting creature was formed by him, just like every unique person was fashioned and planned by God. Did you know, boys and girls, that the Bible says that before there was even one day of your life, God had amazing plans for you, that you should walk in that? Well, you are one of God's amazing creatures, and today we're going to be talking about some of the very most interesting, weird, and wonderful creatures of the ocean. You're going to have 5 choices of animals to look at today: the sunfish, the giant oarfish, the pufferfish, the sea cucumber that does not look like a cucumber at all, and the sea urchin. Well, today together, we're going to talk about the pufferfish. And I do have some help here today to demonstrate one of the most unique things about the pufferfish, my son Titus. Now, I'm going to show you Titus now. All right, so Titus, give a wave. Titus is over there, and while we're talking, Titus is going to be demonstrating for us one of the amazing features of the pufferfish. Did you know there are 120 species of pufferfish? That's true. Now, all the different species, there are some things different about them, but also some similarities. Pufferfish have long bodies and a little bulb-like head. They have 4 teeth, but the teeth are fused together into a beak-like shape. They are a scaleless creature. That means they don't have any scales, but they have rough or spiky skin. Now, the smallest of the pufferfish is only 1 inch, and it is the pygmy puffer. We've heard that word a lot over our study, pygmy, and it typically is the smallest of a species. So the pygmy puffer is only 1 inch, all the way up to the 2-foot-long giant puffer. Now, pufferfish are interesting because they have toxins inside of their bodies that if a predator eats them, it will make them sick or perhaps even die. So fish are pretty smart, and they don't really want to eat the pufferfish because it makes them feel kind of yucky. All right. Now, what do pufferfish eat? They eat things like algae and clams and other shellfish. Their habitat is the tropical or warm waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. And for defense, they obviously have those toxins or poisons inside of them that make predators feel sick if they eat them, but they don't want to get eaten. So another thing that they can do is puff up, and that's where they got their name. It makes them look bigger than they really are to potentially scare off predators. And let's take another look at Titus and see that demonstration. Now, you saw him at the beginning, and now he's all puffed up. Nobody would mess with him now because he's puffed up to 4 times his regular size. Thank you, Titus. All right, boys and girls, let's take a look at our assignments for the day. Our first assignment is our creature feature page featuring one of the weird and wonderful creatures of the ocean. You can choose the pufferfish or read about another choice with an adult. All right, now for our second assignment, I do have a special guest here today, but before we invite him in, I need to disguise myself. I think he'll be a little bit more likely to talk to me if I look like one of the crew. So I'm just going to put this patch on here before we invite him in. And if you want to pause and put on a patch or a pirate outfit yourself, you are welcome to do that. And I think we'll get some answers from my special guest here. So, all right, very good. All right, let me see if our special guest is available and ready. All right, come on in. Hi there. Welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you here today. Sailed right in on your ship back here, so good to meet you. This is my class of boys and girls, and nice to meet you all. Okay, nice to meet you. There you go. Well, boys and girls, you have a picture inside of your binder that looks like this, and you are welcome to be coloring this pirate ship while I talk about some information with our special guest. Now, I'm sorry I'm being so rude. What's your name?
Blackbeard.
Ah, Blackbeard. Very good. And Blackbeard, what do you do for a living?
Rob ships.
You rob ships. Oh, okay. Now, I thought as Blackbeard you might have a beard, but I see you've shaved just down to a mustache today. Okay, very good. Well, very good. Blackbeard, I'm going to read some of this, and you can just confirm that what I'm saying is true. You can look at the boys and girls here, and if what I'm saying is true, you can just give them a hearty nod, okay? So turn and look that way. There you go. Very good. All right. Pirates have been roaming the oceans and seas since ancient times. Is that true? Okay. Pirates, who were just thieves of the ocean, became most abundant in the 1600s when important trade routes were established. With more cargo on the ocean, there was more opportunity for pirates to steal the cargo. Now, what was this period of history called, Blackbeard?
The golden age of piracy.
Oh, the golden age of piracy. There just were a lot of pirates then?
Yes.
About how many were roaming the seas?
About 5,000.
Whoa, 5,000. Well, many wars had ended and many sailors were left without jobs. So they chose to become pirates on the Caribbean Sea because the islands there did not have strong governments, and the pirates were able to steal and get away with it because there wasn't really anyone to capture them. All right. It was during this time that famous pirates like Blackbeard plundered many ships. These pirates have become legends and have been inspiring writers for over 300 years. However, finally, in 1730, the governor of the Bahamas, which are some islands, they increased their military presence and their anti-piracy laws, which means that they kind of got their army together and they made some new laws and they started chasing down the pirates. And if they caught the pirates, they were going to kick them out and get rid of them. So they were able to begin getting rid of them, and there weren't as many pirates after those times. Now, there's a lot of movies and TV shows about pirates, and it makes it seem like it was really fun or glorious to be a pirate. Was it fun? No, it actually was really hard to be a pirate. They had really poor living conditions, and they really didn't have access to the things they needed to be able to stay clean and healthy. A lot of times they had diseases because they didn't have good food, and so it was actually really tough. I mean, they probably didn't even have toothbrushes. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, terrible. So it was really tough being a pirate. Well, boys and girls, I hope you've learned something new about being a pirate today. And thank you, Blackbeard, for being on our show today. Let's give him a round of applause. Very good. All right, boys and girls, I've had a lot of fun with you today, and I'll see you next time.